So we posted the cash account on ledger. What is the next respective account is to be posted on ledger? That is capital account. Here only one capital transaction is occur. So we go to ledger and open the Raja's capital account on top middle. Okay. Okay, which side capital account occurs? Always capital account occurs on credit side. So we go to credit side dated on 2017 June 1. What is the opposite account from the capital account? So Raja commenced business with the cash means cash account is the opposite account. So cash comes in. Okay. So always started with buy on credit side. So what we do now? We have to enter buy cash account on in particular column rupees 50,000. So I said only one capital account, capital transactions is given here. So now we are going to close the capital account. Now we are going to close the capital account. Okay, how do we close the capital account? So for that we will check which side has the lesser bigger value. Credit side has the bigger value. So we put the bigger value as a total on both the side. So we entered 50,000 as a total on credit side and debit side. Then to find which side has the lesser value, debit side has the lesser value. So how much rupees? 50,000 rupees differences. So we entered that differences on lesser side. Okay, balance carried on is to be entered against the differences, and in date column we entered the last day of the accounting period, that is 2017 June 30 is the last day of the accounting period. This is the closing balance of the Raja's capital account. Then we carried that 50,000 has to be brought down opposite will to be entered below the total. So we entered below the total that 50,000 rupees differences. Balance brought down is to be entered against the differences, and in date column we have to dated on the first day of the next accounting period, that is 2017 July 1 is the first day of the next accounting period. This is the opening balance of the Raja's capital account. So Raja's capital account is we posted. So we posted directly the respective accounts are cash account and the capital account. Now what account is to be posted on ledger? That is sales account. Okay, on which side sales account occurs? Always credit side. So what we do? We go on ledger, write the name of the account. The name of the account is sales account on top middle, or centrally we written the sales account. Okay, on which side sales account occurs? Sales account occurs always on credit side. So we go to credit side dated on 2017 June 6, right? Okay, so June 6 sold goods for cash rupees 8,000. What is the opposite account from the sales account? Cash account is the opposite account from the sales account. So what we do now? So we have to write buy cash account. Buy means always credit side we started with buy. So buy cash account, how much rupees? 8,000 rupees. Okay, if any sales transactions are occurred here, yes, on June 8th another sales transactions are appear. Sold goods to Devi on credit. What is the journal entry? Devi account data to sales account. So sales account is credited. So we go to credit side. What is the opposite account to be entered? To buy Devi account, right? So buy Devi account, how much rupees? 9,000 rupees. So we come to credit side dated on June 8, buy Devi account 9,000 rupees entered in the amount column. Okay, then to find, there is two sales transactions are given. We posted that two sales transactions on ledger account. Then to find which side has the bigger value, of course credit side has the bigger value. How much rupees? 70,000 rupees, 17,000. So what we do, we have to make as a total that bigger value on both the sides. So we put 17,000 as a total on both the sides. So we entered the bigger amount on both the side as a total. Then to find which side has the lesser value, debit side has the lesser value. How much differences? 17,000 rupees differences. So we enter the 17,000 differences on lesser side. Then balance carried on used to be entered against the differences, and then on date column we enter the last day of the accounting period, that is 2017 June 30. This is the closing balance of the sales account. Then we carried that 17,000 has to be brought down to the opposite side, will be entered below the total. So we enter the differences below the total. Okay, balance brought down is to be entered against the differences. Then on date column we enter the first day of the next accounting period, that is 2017 July 1 is the first day of the next accounting period. Okay, this is the opening balance of the sales account. We posted the sales account directly on ledger. Okay, we posted the sales account, cash account, capital account, sales account. Then what account to be posted on ledger? Devi account. Okay, so how many transaction Devi made with Raja? There is only one transaction Devi made with Raja, that is sales transaction. Okay, credit sales. Okay, so on which side Devi appears? So sold goods to Devi on credit, which means Devi account data to sales account. Devi account is on debit side, dated on 8. What is the opposite account? Sales is the opposite account. How much rupees? 9,000 rupees. So what we do, we enter the name of the account. We write the name of the account on top middle of the ledger account, that is a Devi account. We written the Devi account on top middle. Okay, on which side Devi account is? Devi account is on debit side. So we go to debit side, dated on 2017 June 8. What is the opposite account? To sales account. Value is, amount is 9,000 rupees. There is only one Devi transactions is given there. Okay, so now we are going to close the Devi account. How do we close? First we find the find which side has the bigger value. Debit side has the bigger value, right? So what we do now, we have to enter that bigger value as the total on both the side. So we enter 9,000 on both the side as a total. Okay, now we find which side has the lesser value. Of course credit side has the lesser value. How much rupees differences? 9,000 rupees differences. So we enter 9,000 rupees as a differences on lesser value side. Okay, then balance carried on is to be entered against the differences, and in date column we dated on the last day of the accounting period, that is 2017 June 30 is the last day of the accounting period. This is the closing balance of the Devi account. Then we carried that 9,000 rupees difference value has to be brought down to the opposite side, will be entered below the total. So we enter the differences in the from below the total. Okay, and in date so balance brought down is to be entered against the differences, and in come to date column we dated on the first day of the next accounting period, that is July 1 is the first day of the accounting period, next accounting period. This is the opening balance of the Devi account. So we posted cash account, capital account, sales account and Devi account. Then what account to be posted on ledger? Goods purchase. So purchases account will be posted on ledger. So when did purchases account occurred? There are two purchases accounts or purchases transactions are given here. Okay, first we take 15 goods purchased for cash rupees 4,000. So purchases account always comes in debit side. Okay, so we go to ledger and write the name of the account on top middle. So we written the purchases account on top middle. Purchases account always comes in debtor side. So we go to debtor side, dated on 2017 June 15. What is the opposite account from the cash account? So goods purchased for cash rupees 4,000. So the opposite account is cash account. Okay, what is the opposite account from the purchases account? Cash account is the opposite account from the purchases account. So always started to on debit side. So to cash account, entered 4,000, entered. What if any other purchases transactions are given here? Yes, on 20 goods purchased from Shanti on credit. So this is the credit purchases. So purchases account always comes in debit side, debtor. Okay, so we go to debit side. What is the opposite account? We have to write Shanti account. How much rupees? 5,000 rupees. So come to ledger, under the purchases account, go to debit side, dated on 20. The opposite account is Shanti account. So we write to Shanti account how much rupees? 5,000 rupees. There are two purchases transactions are given. We posted that two purchases transaction on ledger account. Then what we do? We have to close this purchases account. Okay, so what we do? We have to find which side has the bigger value. Debit side has the bigger value. How much rupees? 9,000 rupees. Now we are going to total. We are going to make the 9,000 rupees as a total on both the sides. So we have to enter 9,000 rupees as a total on debit side and credit side. Entered. Then to find which side has the lesser value. Credit side has the lesser value. Okay, how much rupees? 9,000 rupees differences. So we enter the differences on lesser value side. Balance carry down is to be entered against the differences, and in date column dated on 2017 June 30 we entered the last day of the accounting period. This is the closing balance of the purchases account. Then we carried that 9,000 rupees has to be brought down opposite side below the total. We have to enter below the total. So this is the difference amount we entered below the total. Okay, balance brought down is to be entered against the differences, and in date column we have to enter the first day of the next accounting period. July 1 is the first day of the next accounting period we entered. So balance brought down is the opening balance of the purchases account. We posted the purchases account on ledger. Then to find which account is to be posted on ledger directly. So Shanti account. Shanti account is to be posted on ledger. There is only one Shanti transactions are given here. Okay. When did Shanti transaction occur? On 20. Okay. What is the opposite account from on which side Shanti is? Purchases account debtor to Shanti account, which means Shanti is on credit side. What is the opposite account from the Shanti account? Purchases account is the opposite account from the Shanti account. How much rupees? 5,000 rupees. So we go to ledger and open Shanti account on top middle on the ledger. Okay, then come to credit side because Shanti account is on credit side. What is the opposite account? Dated on 2017 June 20. Opposite account name is purchases account. So always started with buy on credit side. Okay, buy purchases account. How much rupees? 5,000 rupees. There is only one Shanti transaction or is given there. So we close the Shanti account. How do we close it? We find the bigger value on both the side. Which side has the bigger value? Of course, credit side has the bigger value. So now we make the total that bigger as a bigger value on both the side. So we total it on 5,000 on both the side equally. Then come to lesser side. How much rupees less differences on lesser side? 5,000 rupees differences on lesser side. So we enter that differences on lesser side 5,000 rupees. Balance carry down is to be entered against the differences, and come to date column. We dated as the last day of the accounting period. Okay, so this is the closing balance of the Shanti account. Then we carried that 5,000 rupees has to be brought down to the opposite side, will be entered below the total. So we enter the differences below the total to the opposite side. Okay, balance brought down is to be entered against the differences, and come to date column. We dated the first day of the next accounting period. This is the opening balance of the Shanti account. So we directly post the all the respective account on ledger. Okay, if you have any doubt, please comment it in the comment box. Thank you. Take care.